Hello, my friends. So today I wanted to talk about why I don't practice like a specific tradition. I have been in the past attracted to specific traditions, especially um more so wanting to get into African traditions and whatnot like that because of my heritage and other things with being alive. But also, I started my practice with a very Wiccan outlook, and even though I wouldn't ever want to practice really Neo Wicca straight out, at least not like anymore, joining a Wiccan or like traditional Wiccan coven and stuff like that also originally appealed to me, but really not much anymore. And that's primarily because in my practice, I want to more so focus on understanding the world for myself and my own philosophy and way in which the world works. And that has led me to looking into pretty much every practice underneath the sun so that I can understand more so how that works and how that could be applicable to the rest of the understandings and things that I have gathered throughout my journey, along with my own understanding of metaphysics and mysticism from interacting with my personal gods, the divines. Because of this, I started my own tradition via Deshuism, which you might have heard of if you read my blog posts. Um, and it's probably in my description and whatnot. But this is really more so my attempt to understand the world through my own personal understanding and gather it all up underneath one label so that I can more so easily express my understanding of philosophy, spirituality, and the world with others when I go more so to talk about it. Because of this, Vyadeshuism is actually quite important to me because it's something that I had to build from the ground up and is what my practice is primarily based on at this point. And it's always evolving as I grow and learn more and other things. Vyadeshuism also gave me a connection to the divine in the sense of it itself didn't give me it. I more so learned personally what the divine meant for me, and I put those understandings in Vyadeshuism so that I could really more so have a way of explaining and representing them to other people. The divine was always a special like thing for me because I after I left Christianity, I was never really connected to any form of divine aspect of the world. And I really didn't like working with gods. And even when I tried to work with gods, it didn't like work. It wasn't, I didn't feel like a connection with them. I only felt connections with like two other deities before I got into my understandings and mystical practices in my own tradition, which was Cernunnos and Yamoja, which are from two completely different traditions, and that was a very long time ago, and I don't do that anymore, even though I do have a small relationship with both of them. Pretty much, though, divinity has been a special case, and for me to understand divinity, I actually had to go out and see if I couldn't find it in the world for myself, and eventually I did. I can see it in pretty much all aspects of the world, and because of that, my divines are present everywhere, like a form of animism and pantheism all wrapped up into one while also existing separately and interdependent and inter inner and outer. Like my gods are even present more so here in the aspects of like the physical, like even here in the virtual world, like the things back here that are made of virtual wood and things like that represent the earth god, are part of the earth god. The light back there is the element of fire and represents my fire god and is part of them. So they are in the room with me. And understanding that and other philosophies and things like that created my own form of mysticism, which is why I can't practice any other like traditions, and I became very untraditional in the way that I do things because I have a bunch of my own understandings which have created and formed their own tradition, which I have to represent in my own way. I can't put them into another practice like other forms of eclectic paganism and other things out there. I need to create and do that. I mean, create and form and make a new understanding. And that is pretty much why I don't practice any like traditions and am not traditional. It's primarily because I'm out here trying to form my own tradition based off my own understandings. Thank you for listening, my friends. Goodbye.